Okay, we'd like to welcome Brooks Koepka into the interview room. He's making his fourth career start at the Texas Children's Houston Open. Brooks, welcome back to Memorial Park, a course that you know well. Helped in 2019 with the renovation. If we can get some comments on being back here.
Yeah, it feels good to be back. Been in Houston quite a bit. Lived here for a half minute and way back in the day, and it's a place I feel comfortable with. So, to be back at this golf course is cool too, having barely anything to do with it. The very little bit that I did have is quite fun, and it's cool to see. This is the first time I've seen it in kind of the overseed, and the golf course is a little more mature. So it's fun to see how much it's developed. And not that I said it a couple minutes ago in another interview, but this is kind of how I envision the golf course being played, or when we were walking it and doing it, and with the overseed. I think it'll be a fun test this week.
Okay, three top 20 finishes in your last three starts. So rounding into form, just talk a little bit about the state of your game coming into the week.
Yeah, I feel like I've been playing really well. Scoring just hasn't quite been there, but ball striking it really well. Putting starting to come around, feeling really well with that, and I like the way the game's trending. Sometimes it's not always about the finishes. It's about how I feel, and I feel very good, very confident going into Augusta in a few weeks.
Okay, we'll start with Richard here on the front.
Hey Brooks, how you doing?
Good.
Good. I know you're a consultant and everything, and you were talking about how much you put into it and everything. But if I remember correctly, didn't you have a lot of input on the 15th hole, the par 3?
Yeah.
Just talk about how that came about and what do you like about that?
Yeah, I guess we sat down early with Tom. I believe it was at Floridian Golf Club, where Jim Crane owns. We were down there, and he kind of talked about some things that I see in the modern day golf stuff today. And I think one thing that drives me nuts is these par 3s are all 250, and they're made for a 7-iron. But then again, you look at all the iconic par 3s, the best par 3s in the world, and they're all 150, 160 yards. The best par 3s in the world that you can think of are all in that range or shorter. You make a difficult green with some trouble. You really got to control your flight, spin, and I think that was kind of the idea behind it. I didn't want much of the 3-iron and above, or 4-iron and above par 3s. We see enough of those. Just to make it very difficult with a wedge. I think really, you can make 5 just as easy as you can make 2 there.
Mm-hmm. I know you've been asked this question probably quite a few times and everything, but does it feel good just to get back, see some of the guys on the tour? And I know there's probably a lot of guys you don't even know, but just playing with the guys again that you're familiar with.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys I do not know. A lot of faces I've never seen before, which is quite. Just shows I'm getting older, I guess. But it's fun. It's been quite weird, actually. I think the last few weeks. Last week was the first week I played with Ben Silverman all 4 days at Cognizant, and then at the Players, played with Akshay for 3 days in a row. So I haven't really got to spread out my groupings, I guess. It's been paired with the same guy pretty much, whoever I play with on Thursday, Friday. So I'd hopefully break that trend. But it's been good. The reception's been great. I'm very happy with it, and it's exciting to see.
All right, Cameron.
You mentioned your game. I believe you finished first in strokes gained approach last week, and still figuring out things with the putter, warming up with the putter. Where is your confidence at with the flat stick? Like, it seemed like that's part of the reason that you made the change. How much more confident are you now than when you just started out with it a few weeks ago? Yeah,
it started right after waste management. I think that was kind of the breaking point of the frustration of it's been two plus years of poor putting and poor mechanics. So just reset all that, and obviously the putter change, and then a lot of mechanical work. Spent quite a bit of time with Mike, just grinding on it and really fine tuning everything. The strokes gained for the iron play has been great. Driver wasn't great, but I think that driver head was a little mashed. We checked it out on TrackMan yesterday, and it was a bit spinny, so I don't know if it had a little crack in it or something was going wrong with it, but we've got that sorted now. So that cost me easily 6-7 shots last week. But I love the way I'm playing. Just want to put myself in contention here one more time, or I guess for the first time before Augusta.
I know being gone from the tour for a few years, you weren't really around for a lot of the changes with signature events coming back. And is there anything from what Brian Rolep said a couple weeks ago at his players' press conference that to you really stood out, or that you thought was a really good idea for the direction that the tour is going now?
I haven't seen it. I didn't see the press conference, so I can't really comment on something I haven't seen. I haven't paid much attention to it. I really haven't watched much TV in the last few weeks. Just been playing, and but yeah, if I watch it, yeah, maybe in a few weeks or when I'm done with Augusta and my mind's off that, I'll figure out what the plan is. And it's also tough. I don't think I should have too much say just because I'm only a few weeks back into this, and I'm not really in a spot to have any judgment of a yes or a no on things, and that's what I believe. I just got to go with the flow. I'm just happy to be out here.
All right, Matt.
Brooks, you talked earlier about the relationship you've had and helping redesign this place. And you said it's the first time you see with the overseed, but I know you've got a great relationship with Giles Kibbe and Jim Crane, and how important that's been to get you to buy into this whole project here at Memorial Park, and how satisfying it is to see everything come to fruition.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. I've known Jim for, I guess Jim and Giles for 10 plus years. They've always treated me phenomenally, been super, super gracious to me, which has been cool. And, just getting to hang around them, two people that are very smart, business savvy, and got a lot to offer, not just on the business side, but just in life. And I think that's really cool to be around good, successful people. It's hard to come by.
Yeah, I know they've been supportive of you, no matter what tour you're on. They've always supported Brooks Koepka.
Yeah, they have. I think they look at me as the person, not just the golfer. No matter where you play, what you're doing, but they're fans of me as a person, which I greatly appreciate, and they've always been great and supportive, and that's, I think, true friendship right there.
Okay. Yep. Or Will.
Hey, Brooks, it feels like there's a variety of ways to play shots around the greens here, with them being a little elevated, not maybe just the 58 or 60, but maybe a little bump 50 or 7-iron. Did you have any input in that, and do you like that?
Yeah, I remember talking to Tom early on in this. I don't even know if they had dug this place up yet, but we talked about bunkers quite a lot, and I felt the one thing where if I get a good lie in a bunker, I can pretty much get it up and down. I'm looking to hole it. And then when you take that and look at, because this place isn't just for this week. This place, it's for the 51 other weeks a year, right? There's so many people that come out here and can play golf. And for amateurs, I feel like the bunker isn't a place for them to be greenside. They're not great out of bunkers, most of them. We play with a lot of amateurs pretty much every week, and it's difficult for them. And then as far as pros, it's very easy for pros if they've got a good lie. You're looking to hole it. So if you can remove that and put no bunkers, a lot of fairway, a lot of undulation around, first off, I think it gives the amateurs, they can always putt it, right? It makes them a little easier for the average guy to come around and play this place. They don't have to pull 60. They can if they want to. And then pros, I mean, you've got every option from putter, lob wedge, like you said, I think wedge, a bump with a 6-iron, a fairway wood. I mean, I've seen it all. But I think sometimes when pros get too many options, it becomes a little bit more difficult than there's one option, take a 60 and kind of spin it. It makes it a little bit tougher because you never know which one's quite the right play.
Okay. Yep. Over to Amy.
Brooks, you mentioned a couple times the Masters. Obviously, there's a tournament here this week, but how much of your focus is on getting yourself and your game in a position that you feel like it is ready for Augusta?
Yeah, I do feel like it is ready. The only thing I haven't done is really put myself in contention with 9 holes to go. That's really the last missing piece that I feel like I need to accomplish here before Augusta. But the game feels good. Everything's trending in the nice direction. Ball striking feels really, really good. Pete's done a phenomenal job just getting everything where it needs to be. And then, the putting was a huge thing. I feel like it's been so different because I was putting so terribly. I felt like I had to birdie the hole almost from the fairway or from the tee box. Where now I can sit back and kind of play golf how I used to play in 17 and 19, kind of in that run when I was playing very good, where I can be very patient and just kind of wait my time. I know I'm going to have 5 good chances on whatever hole it might be, and then just take advantage of there. I used to just kind of, it felt very boring. Just hit the center of the greens, and occasionally you push and pull one kind of right on the flag. But it was, I always think I said it was like conservatively aggressive. I picked the right line, the right spot to make sure that I was never going to make double. I've made a few doubles over the last few weeks, which has been kind of irritating. But my game is rounding into 4. I can see it. I don't know if it maybe result-wise it probably hasn't looked that way, but I can see it as a whole. It's really all starting to come together.
What does that putting yourself in contention here this week, what would that do for you as a player going into Augusta?
I just think I just need to get the juices flowing of having a chance to win a golf tournament. It's been a while, didn't win last year. I just need to be able to put myself and get those feelings again, and especially out here. Competing against unbelievable players on a difficult golf course would be what I need to do for the final prep for Augusta. And like I said to you just a couple minutes ago, it was the way this place is set up with the rough length and the way it's mowed back into you. It feels very similar to Augusta on that aspect around the greens. You're going to have there's quite a few undulations around these greens, and you can be in some kind of weird spots, but the rough length and the fairway length around the greens is quite similar.
All right. Well, Brooks, we appreciate your time. Best of luck this week.
Thank you.